Hi everyone. Who is excited about the new Albright vitamin C serum? I have been waiting for this for 3.5 years. Sounds like the day I signed up with Beautucounter, like, okay, I need a vitamin C serum. This is something that I think a lot of your clients are going to be very happy to see. Some people don't know yet that they're going to be happy to see it, but anyone that's coming from other skincare routines or really skin savvy has probably been waiting for their vitamin C serum. So if you have questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments if you're watching this on replay. I will try my best to address them as time goes on, okay? So vitamin C serum is pre-sailing now today. It will be live to the public very soon. This is something that I'm going to record this video so we can share it in our groups and stuff later, just because I hope that it's eye-opening information. Maybe you guys already know all this, but vitamin C was something that when I learned about it as an esthetician, I mean, you learn about a little bit of it when you're in aesthetic school, but it really came from product knowledges from what I used to think of as kind of the holy grail of serums, which is SkinCeuticals. Cosmetics also has some really great ones. And so back in the day when I first started learning about vitamin C, being somebody with a whole lot of sun damage, which I was in my early 20s, so I didn't realize I had sun damage. I just thought I had a lot of freckles, but I grew up in the sun in California, playing water polo, being on the swim team, outside every day of my life for PE, for band practice, all the things outside, right? So I wasn't wearing sunscreen all those times. And I wasn't getting sunburn. It wasn't like I was actually getting sunburn. I'm fair, blonde hair, blue eyes. I was getting sunburn at times, but sun damage does not only come from when we get sunburns. Sun damage comes from daily incremental exposures to UVA and UVB rays, okay? And when we're little, it might just look like sun-kissed. I always tell Valerie she got extra sun-kissed today because she gets these little teeny tiny freckles, which was what I had when I was little. Well, as we get older, we probably get a lot less freckles. We start to get those age spots, which can look like can be called hyperpigmentation, age spots, freckles, but we get them on our hands. You can get them everywhere, right? The addition of vitamin C is going to be brightening. Some people might call it anti-aging, but that's such a broad term. It's really, vitamin C, when applied topically, helps to reduce melanin production in the skin. Melanin is what causes discoloration in the skin, right? So by putting that on topically, it slows down melanin production, slows down the excessive production of melanin that happens when we're exposed to sun. Think of it as like your amped up version of your sunscreen, because you want to wear sunscreen every single day. If you're not wearing sunscreen every single day, reverse, get on your sunscreen and then add this, okay? Sunscreen is like the most important thing of protection, which is going to turn into like a major correction. But this vitamin C serum we've got like products that fall into the correction category and products that fall into the protection category. When you're using both of those correctly, wow, do you see results, right? Because you're correcting what's there, but you're also protecting it from getting worse. You're slowing down the environmental stressors. So the biggest environmental stressor to most of us is the sun. We love the sun. Vitamin D is good for us, but it is not good for our skin health, optimal, beautifying skin health, right? So sunscreen protects against the straight up sun, but vitamin C protects against all other environmental stressors, mainly being free radicals. Vitamin C is a major antioxidant. So what do we know antioxidants are good for, right? They fight cancers. They're really great to prevent and or help to fight cancers. So when we take it internally, it helps when we actually have cancer going on in our body or to prevent it, right? Green tea is very common. Red wine is very common to have antioxidants. We hear about these. Well, topically, vitamin C is a major antioxidant. Fights off free radicals. Free radicals in the air comes from just like pollutants, okay? A bunch of whole things. Think of like bus fumes, car fumes, things that are just floating around. We all know there's environmental toxins out there, right? We can't see all of them. Not all of our environmental toxins come from using bad products. It comes from the air we breathe, the stuff on our couches, dust that's just flying around, all right? So when those grab onto our skin, they can cause cell mutations. They can cause growths. Sometimes it just visually looks ugly. It's not actually hurting our health, but it can turn into a tumor that can then turn into skin cancer or other cancers. So when we have really nice, strong antioxidants on our skin, that's like a shield. So if I'm a little free radical bouncing around out there, bing, 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 and I get onto the skin, which normally I'd grasp on like a little Pac-Man, when I have my vitamin C on, it bounces right off. It's literally a shield, bounces off, protects us. Something that is, I don't know, controversial, but something that I learned a long time ago and is just, certain nuggets of information just stay in there. I liked this because, again, I was in my early 20s when I started learning about vitamin C. I didn't have $150 to drop on serums. I barely was able to pay for my nice high-end upgrade from Proactive, which was what I was using before. Also, real bad for the skin. But vitamin C stays in our skin topically for about 48 hours. So if you're just now getting introduced to vitamin C, use this every other day to stretch it a little bit further, okay? You're still going to see some really good results and you're still going to be protecting your skin. As far as when to use it, you can use it morning or night. There's no wrong answer. Personally, I prefer to use it in the morning because, again, I'm mentally putting this as my sunscreen powerhouse. They're a dynamic duo. So I want to put this on because I'm protecting myself from going out in the world, right? In the morning is when we use our protective mechanisms to protect our skin because our body's functioning. It's doing all these other things, right? At nighttime is when we rejuvenate. It's when we repair. It's when we put on our heavier creams, right? We're resting, our body's resting, our mind is repairing, all of our systems are resetting, if you will. So that's when we want to have our richer things that are nourishing and speeding up or improving repair. And you could categorize this as it, but because I bottle it in the protection bucket, I like to use it in the morning. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, well, how do I use this if I'm already using a serum? Not all serums are a one-size-fits-all thing, okay? Serum, the word serum is just a really concentrated, potent dose of like vitamins. Think of it as vitamins, right? We don't just say, well, I already took my vitamin for the day, I don't need any more. Maybe you have a vitamin C. I'm talking about like pills, vitamins, right? Maybe have a daily vitamin. Maybe have a calcium supplement. Maybe take vitamin D. Maybe you have, what is this stuff right now? Lysine, super lysine to help, is that the right word? With our immunity, right? There's lots of different concentrated vitamins or supplements that we might take internally. Same with our skin. This is a concentrated dose of vitamin C protectant, okay? If you're using something like the Counter Time, which is a safe retinol alternative, great complement. They're not the same at all, okay? Vitamin C, I don't think there's any vitamin C in the Counter Time. The Counter Time is going to strengthen, tighten, firm up the skin, right? It's like it's doing anti-aging too, but it is working on making each cell stronger, firmer, and helping to firm up these fine lines and wrinkles and make our skin look a little bit more youthful. This is protecting what we got and helping to correct the overproduction of melanin. All right, so this is for like age spots. The other one is for aging, if you will. So they complement each other really well. They're like best friends. Personally, I would use the Counter Time at night and the vitamin C in the morning. If you want to use both, that's totally fine. They don't hurt each other. They're not. It's not going to increase skin sensitivity. You totally use both. I would probably use the vitamin C first, let it dry for a minute, then put your Counter Time on. Totally fine. If you're using something with vitamin C, perhaps you still have the rejuvenating antioxidant serum. You could still use both, or maybe alternate it. That has other types of antioxidants and is going to be focusing, it is brightening, but it also has a little bit more firming properties. This again, concentrated vitamin C. So you can merge the two. Something like oils. A lot of people that I know love them, the brightening oil from Beautucounter. But if you're using any other type of an oil that happens to also have vitamin C in it, the main purpose of an oil in your skin is to add a little bit of extra hydration. It's to give your lotion a boost. It's to give just a glowy, hydrated, dewy look, okay? Not just look, it's healthy for the skin. Great plumping action, really good for the skin. But when you pick between the three oils that we have, and if you're using something other than Beautycounter, please message me and I can help you find out where this would live in your routine, okay? But I'm gonna be talking about like what most of my friends and colleagues and stuff are using probably. So if you're using the Beautycounter oil, you're choosing between a brightening, a plumping, which is also super hydrating. It's plumping in its hydration actions, because jasmine is very, very hydrating and firming, plumping to the skin, or balancing, which is ylang-ylang, which actually draws out excess oil. So it's a really neat product because it's hydrating while like filtering out the bad oil. So it's actually making oily complexions less oily while still giving them hydration. So you're picking your skin oil. The reason that you're using an oil is for hydration, and then you're just tailoring it to what's best for your skin. The brightening is the most common because one, it's the most versatile for all skin types. There's really no skin type that can't use it. Or the plumping, people on the younger side that might not have lines and wrinkles are like, well, I don't need anything plumped. And then the balancing, if you don't have breakouts prone skin or aren't battling with any like hormonal changes, you're probably not going to be worrying about breakouts, right? Or the balancing. So the brightening is definitely the most popular of our three oils. It does have vitamin C in it, but that is not a vitamin C serum, okay? You can still use both of them. It's not going to be too much vitamin C. It does have a little bit of vitamin C, but if you don't need the oil for the hydration boost, you might replace it with this. I personally love the oils, but I don't really have a place for it to live as needed anymore with this, but I still love them. And so rather than putting my oil on and then putting my moisturizer on, what I'm doing is I'm cocktailing it. So I'll put my serum on, right? Put on my eye cream. And then I'm doing my like 2 pumps of my oil, and then, 2 pumps of my lotion, and then maybe a drop or two of my oil, mixing it together and then applying it. So I'm still getting some of that really nice, luxurious benefits of the oil, but I'm so happy because that's not my only little tease of vitamin C. Now I'm really going to get this. Now, if you love the oils and you don't feel like you need the extra brightening of the vitamin C, you might not need it. But for most people, I would say give this a try and see if you might replace the oil or if you can find another place for the oil to live. You could also use the oil at night if you're only using the vitamin C in the morning. But I don't think you would need like a full dose of the oil and a full dose of this on the same morning. But give it a try. You're not going to hurt yourself by overdoing it if it's something like you're so married to that. And a lot of us will use products because we like it so much, almost regardless of what the performance is. And I think both of those are high performing products. So just kind of play with it and see what looks good, what feels the best on your skin. I think I've got all the questions down. One of the reasons vitamin C is so popular is it's one of the antioxidants that's the most studied. It also has a whole lot of versions of vitamin C that might be in here. Just like retinols, like there's retinol, there's retinyl palmitate, there's vitamin A, and people will use really cheap, really shitty versions of it so that they can advertise it with vitamin A, with retinol. And it's most of the time isn't doing squat other than damage. It's not actually doing benefits. There's also a lot of products out on the market that advertise having vitamin C, but they don't have the most potent version of it. Okay, so one of the benefits of Beautycounter, yes, it's safe. I don't think there's a whole lot of vitamin C's on the market that are unsafe. I mean, there might be a whole other bunch of other ingredients that are unsafe in the vitamin C serum, but the vitamin C itself is not probably going to be causing the damage. However, vitamin C is incredibly unstable and really, really hard to produce a serum that actually yields results, because when exposed to air and when exposed to light, it immediately starts losing efficacy. So my favorite back in the day serums came in a dropper. It came in a liquid dropper. So guess what? As soon as I open it that first time, the first 1 or 2 applications are probably the strongest. But when you've had that dropper on your shelf for weeks, months, it's not doing anything anymore. It is no longer effective. This is an airtight container, you guys. It is not exposed to air and it's not clear, okay? So it's bright yellow. The serum is also bright yellow, but this container is a yellow solid opaque glass, so you can't actually see through it. I wouldn't leave it just right on my windowsill, but keep it out of sunlight, because exposure to direct light and exposure to air makes the effectiveness lose. So this is a big difference in here, is just the technology of the container is unique, okay? Any vitamin C, anything that comes in a jar or a liquid form with a dropper that the air is exposed, it's no longer effective. And I have seen and spent money on serums that are like $150, $178 in a dropper. And as I become more sophisticated in my product knowledge, going, are you kidding me? Oh my God, I can't believe it. So that's something to keep in mind. The other thing is this is 10% vitamin C, which is a really high percentage compared to majority of what's on the market. Even the spa lines, like I don't even compare stuff to CVS and Target, you guys. I don't buy my products there, never have, never will. I'm a spa stomp, remember. But 10% is unique even from esthetician, medical grade vitamin C. So this is a really high percentage. So you're going to get a lot better performance than most of the stuff on the market. Most of the stuff on the market don't even tell you how much the percentage is, in fact, because they don't want to disclose that it's really not a whole lot. It's not going to do a lot. That said, if you have another vitamin C and it has 1%, it's not hurting you. It's just not going to give you as strong or as quick of results, okay? Any type of vitamin C in our skin is good. It's a good thing, okay? So baby steps. Don't like kick yourself if you've been using it like, it still is beneficial. This is just the highest quality, best performing type of vitamin C. And in case you're curious, it's L-ascorbic acid. And a high percentage. So be very proud if you're using this. Now the price point, I'm sure everyone will ask, the price point is $79. If you are a Beautycounter educator right now, there's pre-sale and you're going to save, I believe, $56 on it because they're selling it pre-sale packs of 2. So that is only happening right now. But for anyone else watching this afterwards, it's not an educator. $79. Okay, and this is going to last you a long time. Anything else? Anything else? Any other questions? I see so many people are commenting, and I'm really sorry if, hi everyone, I'm sorry. Okay, remind us the best way to incorporate our regimens. Okay, we've got that. Okay, someone asked about incorporating it into Counterstart. So Counterstart is our new line that's like bare bones basic. If you have a Counterstart person who wants vitamin C, awesome. We're upgrading you. We're increasing your skin knowledge, right? Counterstart is a really, really, really gentle, simple cleanser and a really, really, really gentle, simple moisturizer. If you're going to add this to it, wonderful. If you're going to pick between one next step, I would say add a sunscreen first, because if we're doing these things, these protective measures, and we're not protecting with sunscreen, it's like it's like exercising but not eating right, or eating right and not exercise. Like they need to go hand in hand, okay? So this is going to go on before any of your moisturizer. And I think that's all the questions. I'm just scrolling here to see correction, protection, not the info. All right, guys. I think we're good. Any other, Kristen, SkinCeuticals, exactly what I was thinking of. Any other questions, drop them in the comments, and I will be checking this post occasionally to make sure I got it. Have fun. Enjoy.